And now, Strange Pursuit.
Beaudry began following Bank. Beaudry was called in. Beaudry sat down in a chair opposite the aging outlaw. Beaudry sat astride the chair. Beaudry took out a sack of tobacco and papers. Beaudry's hammerhead roan sloped along. Beaudry swung to the ground. Beaudry shoved his hat back on his head. Beaudry lived with the roan the way Pete Kitchen had lived with Apaches. Beaudry left town. Beaudry followed the trail. Beaudry rode up to the next waterhole. Beaudry drank and filled his canteen. Beaudry's eyes kept moving. Beaudry had been riding with the Rangers. Beaudry rode on into the dancing heat. Beaudry ate where Vank had eaten. Beaudry rode into a quiet little cow town. Beaudry rode into town. Beaudry skillfully avoided the nip with a skill born of long experience. Beaudry pushed through the bat-wing door. Beaudry's muscles relaxed like those of a cat. Beaudry's expression did not change. Beaudry's eyes wrinkled at the corners. Beaudry looked around the room. Beaudry was starting for the door. Beaudry smiled. Beaudry noticed she had very pretty legs. Beaudry glanced around carefully. Beaudry smiled. Beaudry looked surprised. Beaudry sat down. Beaudry looked as meek as he could. Beaudry looked regretfully into his empty cup. Beaudry looked at the older man. Beaudry picked up his hat. Beaudry's slow smile gathered around the corners of his eyes, and then he spoke in French. Beaudry knew a showdown was approaching. Beaudry, for fear of an ambush, must move slowly. Beaudry came on a wagon loaded with household goods. Beaudry smiled. Beaudry looked south. Beaudry turned the roan. Beaudry thought. Beaudry would have to think and move carefully. Beaudry would not die easily. Beaudry worked out the trail and kept coming. Beaudry found the spot where the capture took place. Beaudry found the Apache camp. Beaudry inched forward. Beaudry swung his rifle, and another Apache dropped. Beaudry could see the knot. Beaudry worked his way to where the horses were. Beaudry swore, but the shot struck an Indian. Beaudry had an instant to slip his arm and shoulder through the sling on his rifle. Beaudry glanced over at the big, powerfully muscled man lying on the ground. Beaudry was watching him. Beaudry smiled. Beaudry shrugged. Beaudry shot him through the arm.